Hello guys, welcome to the new video. In this video series we will discuss about Spring AOP. Spring AOP. Okay, let's start our discussion. What is Spring AOP? AOP means our AOP full form is aspect oriented programming. Aspect oriented programming. Aspect oriented programming. Okay, then first point we will discuss about Spring AOP. AOP is not a programming language. AOP is the methodology of programming that makes the programmer to separate primary logics of application from secondary logics or helper logics. Okay. The primary goal of this is AOP is the methodology of programming that makes the programmer to separate primary logics of application from the secondary logic. For example, second logic, or we can call it as helper logic. Okay. AOP, and next point is AOP is not replacement of OOP, not replacement of object oriented programming. Moreover, its components is OOP. Components OOP. Okay. The logic that minimum to create the task is called primary. What we discuss about here, separate from primary logic to secondary. What is the primary logic means? Okay. What is this primary logic and what is this secondary logic? Okay. Let's start. The logic that minimum to create the task is called primary logic. Without primary logic, task will not be completed. For note's sake, without primary logic, task will not completed. Okay, task will not completed. And next point we will discuss. Next point is like this: while performing withdraw amount operation, deduction amount from balance is called primary logic. For example, um, we are performing some withdraw amount operation, and that amount will deduct from our balance is called primary logic. Okay, like checking the for what is our helper logic or secondary logic is checking the identity of users, and logging, auditing are called these are our secondary logic. Since we need a secondary logic in multiple components class of application or project, mm, they can be also called as cross-cutting concerns because they need to applied across the multiple classes. Okay. For example, uh, mm, we need like our balance amount will shown to like for every person who comes to, for example, our ATM machine, for every case person will scan their scanners their scans their identity, users identity, and logging, editing, all these steps. Mm. Then they are called as cross-cutting concerns. Mm. AOP is the not replacement of OOP. Moreover, its components is OOP. The key component in OOP is class. The key component of AOP is expect. Cross-cutting the represents the primary logic. In OOPS, we develop business methods, service methods in the classes by mixing of both primary and secondary logic. Due to this, business method becomes heavy. The reusability of secondary logics will be killed, and we cannot enable or disable our secondary logics without touching the source code of business method. To overcome above the methods, above method we use AOP. That makes the program up to write primary logics in separate class and secondary logic in separate class, and also and allows to mix that both logics dynamically at runtime by generating new classes. For example, I am giving for example I am giving our class bank is there. Okay, class bank is there. Public boolean our withdraw method is there. In withdraw method, what we need, in withdraw method we need some int account number we need, and amount, int or float amount is needed. Then give me 1 minute, guys, I have to close. Okay, float amount is there. Float amount is there. In that method, we are writing some security logic. Then for our logging logic for some data, what happened, that data logic. Then our then what logic, then transaction logic is also required. Transaction logic. Okay, then our primary logic is what? Balance is equal to balance minus amount This is our primary logic. Okay. Is the our primary logic. Then like this also we have our, okay, what, this is withdraw, this is deposit. Okay. Okay. Plus amount is there. This is primary logic. Okay. We are using both time here, the security logic and logging logic here. This is our these things our secondary logic. Okay, these things are our secondary logic. Okay. This style of programming is called our this type of programming is this style is OOP style. This is OOP style. Okay, this style of programming is so type of OOP style. What is the problem with this this style is killing the reusability of secondary logic. Okay, here we are writing, and secondary logic dominates the primary logic. And for enabling disabling secondary logic, we need to touch the source code. Okay, for this reason we use our AOP style. AOP style is like that. I'm showing here. AOP style is like that. Our class bank is there. Okay, we have a account number is there, and amount is there. Okay, amount is there. This is that, and here the logic is balance is equal to balance. Class bank, class bank. This is our withdraw method is there. Okay, class bank withdraw method is there. We know the method there is balance bal minus amount. Okay, this is our primary logic is there. Okay, primary logic there. Then our what? Then our okay, deposit method is there. Deposit method is there. Deposit method is account number is there. Amount is there, and then deposit amount balance is equal to what? Balance is equal to bal plus amount. Okay, this is our primary logic. This is primary logic, and this is also our primary logic. This is our primary logic. Okay, done. Done. Our primary logic over. Then what we need? One class is needed. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, our primary logic done. Okay. Then what? We need our class security. Security. In this security, here our security logic is there. Security logic is there. And done. This is our security logic done. Okay, our security logic done. Then we have what? Our logging logic. Okay. Logging logic. Okay. Then what? Our class logging is there. Then there is some logic is there. Okay, our secondary logic is ready. Then what it does, AOP consider this is AOP. Okay. AOP. Okay, what is does AOP? AOP like all these things. Okay, all these thing is connected to this AOP. Okay. AOP software. Okay, then what this AOP does means AOP give me 1 minute. Control C. Okay, Control V. There is a logic here. Okay, then what it does? Okay, our security logic is there. What it does? It generates our proxy class. When we run our application, AOP software generate a proxy class with the help of primary class name. Okay, what is our primary class name? Class bank dollar proxy class will generate. This proxy class will do, and this is mix up at the runtime. Okay, this class mix ups at runtime. Okay, runtime. Okay. Done. Then what is the advantage of this is secondary logic are not mixed up with primary logic. Secondary logic becomes reusable logic. By giving instruction to AOP enabled software, we can enable or disable secondary logic, and we can add secondary logic in dynamically at runtime without touching the source code of primary logics using XML and annotation. Then the language that is designed based on OOP principles like abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and etc. Okay, means okay. Then And next is like this. Simply our simply our OOP principles. We also have AOP principles like this. Our OOP principles is like this. Our abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance like this. Means, for example, I will tell you the language that is designed based on OOP principles like abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance. This is called our OOP-enabled language. And similarly to our OOP principles, we have also our AOP principles also there. There are multiple AOP enabled softwares have there, like Spring AOP, Aspect JAOP, JBoss AOP, JSC AOP. JSC AOP means Java Aspect component like this. Like this, several type of AOPs are there. Like our OOP principle, we have what? Abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance like this. And in this, we have first is aspect. First principle is aspect, then aspect, then expect, then advice is there. Then we have join point. Okay, these are a mix actually. Join point is there, and join point we have there. Then we have point cut. We have point cut. Then we have point cut here. We have target class. We have target class. We have target class. We have aspect, advice, join point cut, target class, aspect waving or waving is there. And 7 is our proxy class. Okay, proxy class is there. Okay, okay guys, that's all for the video. We will discuss what is aspect, what is advice, where we use in advice is like 4 types is there: before advice, after advice, through advice, around advice is there, where we use these types things. Okay, in the next video. Thank you.